There is an increasing demand from consumers for food that is produced with fewer chemicals such as pesticides, and at the same time there's a demand from growers for information on how to implement those practices that do reduce chemical inputs in the orchard. So through this project we'll be using an approach called integrated pest and disease management, and specifically we're looking at management regimes within the orchard that can benefit natural enemies, especially specialised parasitoids such as Masterus ridens, which we believe helps to control codling moth, and egg parasitoids such as Trichogramma, which control light brown apple moth and possibly codling moth. And so by producing an environment that benefits natural enemies without also impacting on productivity, we believe we can get the best of both worlds. So what we're aiming to do is improve integrated pest and disease management, reduce chemical inputs, and also help to improve productivity and keep costs down for growers. Through previous PIPS programs, specifically PIPS 1 and PIPS 2, we've introduced new biological control agents into Australia, such as the codling moth parasitoid. And even though it seems to have an impact in orchards, for example, codling moth populations crash, we can't recover the parasitoid, and so we need to demonstrate that the parasitoid is having that impact that we think it is. We'll do this through creating lures so that we can trap the codling moth parasitoids and demonstrate its impact. We'll take measures between rows of trees, so for example we'll be measuring populations of beneficial insects and their impacts on pest and disease management within the orchard. One of the unique things we'll be doing is trialling inter-row plantings, specifically of native species that not only benefit pest and disease management, but which we think will also benefit soil health and tree health and ultimately productivity. Research is being undertaken in two states primarily. So in Victoria we're working at the Agriculture Victoria Tatura Smart Farm and also at the AgriBio facility in Melbourne. And we're using both the Smart Farm and the associated laboratories as well as the quarantine and laboratories at AgriBio, and collaborating really closely with Steve Quarrell at the University of Tasmania, where he has access to grower sites. And so we're doing that to demonstrate that this is not just an approach in one location that could be adopted, but it can occur in different states. A really important part of this work is extension and adoption. So we want to get the information to growers, and we do that through a variety of ways. For example, we have an established community of practice which we'll use to get information out to the advisors and facilitators who work closely with growers. We're also using online tools such as Facebook and the websites of APAL and the various state agencies as well. And so there are a variety of approaches to ensure that growers get the best and the most timely information available. A really key partnership for us is the partnership with the University of Tasmania's soil health team. And so while they have their own project which is focusing on soil health, we'll also be taking soil health samples from our pest and disease management plots and sending those to Tasmania for analysis. At the same time, in their soil health plots they'll be taking measures of pest and disease management outcomes and sharing that data with us. So we're looking at a whole of orchard management approach rather than focusing on silos.